join me on a death march?
Until the day you die.
For 3 seasons, The Witcher held on to an illusion that it could evolve into prestige fantasy, that it could match the mythic scale of Tolkien and the character precision of Martin. But Season 4 is where that illusion finally shatters, revealing the structural cracks the show had been hiding from the very beginning. Henry Cavill leaving wasn't the cause of the downfall, it was the warning sign. Cavill was the show's tonal compass, the one element that maintained the emotional logic of Sapkowski's world. He understood Geralt's restrained melancholy, the layered stoicism, the weight of a man defined not by brutality but by restraint. His performance kept the series grounded, even when the writing drifted. Season 4 exposes what happens when that anchor disappears. Liam Hemsworth's debut isn't the issue. The creative framing around him is. Instead of integrating him into a cohesive narrative, the show leans on spectacle and atmosphere to distract from how unfocused the writing has become. The world feels rewritten, but without conviction, like a familiar melody played on an instrument that's slightly out of tune. This isn't simply a casting shift. It's the moment the series reveals how much of its identity depended on one performer holding the tone together. Season 4 begins not as a new chapter, but as the visible unraveling of a world that no longer knows what it wants to be. Season 1 had its faults, but it had ambition, non-linear structure, literary tone, and a willingness to trust the audience. Season 4 is the opposite, and it's here the real damage becomes visible. Storylines now move with the rhythm of summaries. Emotional beats land without build-up. Conversations that should define alliances and betrayals are condensed into functional dialogue. Instead of scenes unfolding naturally, they feel engineered to move characters from plot point to plot point. What once felt like a textured world now feels modular. Political factions appear without depth. Conflicts are introduced, then abandoned. The continent used to feel alive. Monsters tied to ecology, kingdoms shaped by history, magic rooted in consequence. Season 4 reduces that complexity into a fantasy template. Kingdoms at war, a girl on the run, a hunter searching for purpose. The biggest loss is subtlety. The Witcher's mythology thrives on grey areas, moral tension, cultural clashes, the idea that everyone is both right and wrong. Season 4 simplifies that framework until little tension remains. Villains announce themselves. Allies reveal plans in exposition. Mysteries are explained rather than lived through. The structural decay didn't begin here, but Season 4 is the moment the show stops hiding it. The Witcher's downfall isn't that it changed, it's that it kept changing its identity every season. Season 1 aimed for a literary adaptation. Season 2 pivoted to high fantasy spectacle. Season 3 leaned into political drama. Season 4 tries to merge all three, but succeeds at none of them. The loss of Cavill didn't create this crisis, but it exposed it. When he left, the show's tonal foundation left with him, revealing just how uncertain the creative direction has always been. Who is this show for now? Book readers? Game fans? Casual viewers? Season 4 tries to serve all audiences simultaneously, splitting its tone across competing priorities. Season 4 is the first time The Witcher feels interchangeable with any other fantasy show. And once a franchise becomes generic, it stops being worth fighting for. The Witcher didn't crumble because of casting changes. It crumbled because the audience lost trust in the storytelling, in the creative direction, in the consistency of the world. Once trust is broken, even strong ideas lose power. Season 4 has moments of promise, striking landscapes, interesting creature concepts, fragments of meaningful character work. But none of it roots itself in a cohesive emotional journey. The world feels hollow, because the story no longer honors the internal logic that once made it compelling. The tragedy of The Witcher isn't that it became bad, it's that it became ordinary. A franchise once filled with strange beauty, moral tension, and literary texture now feels assembled from safe choices and surface-level conflict. At the end, if Season 4 is remembered, it won't be for reinvention. It will be remembered as the turning point where a fantasy giant filled with endless potential slowly unmade itself. One compromise, one simplification, and one lost opportunity at a time.